Find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee, back with your 5-minute Spirit Reboot with my special guest, Astro-numerologist and author of All About Numbers. Welcome, Jessie Kelsie.
Hey, Laura, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm happy you're here because I don't think I've ever met an astro-numerologist, and I've been in the field for a long time. So if you could do us a favor, explain how planets add into the equation with numbers.
So like we know, there are many fields of numerology, right? We have a system here in North America. We have something with the Chinese, we have the Pythagorean code, and we have the Hebrews, and then we have the East Indian code. So in the Vedic tradition, what happens is we associate numbers and planetary energy. So basically, numbers go from number 1 to number 9, and then each number has a planetary energy. So for example, number 1 is Sun, or 2 is Moon, 3 is Jupiter. It's not really about adding numbers. It's also about looking at the planetary energy that comes with these numbers. And then astronumerology, it is predictive in many ways, but it's more about fine-tuning the energy around you so your life kind of flows a little better.
Interesting. So how do numbers and astrology combined impact our lives?
Numbers are everywhere. You look at your home, your numbers outside. If you look at your name, we have certain name numbers, and you're born with a certain date of birth. If you look at your telephone number, social security numbers, well, that cannot be changed. That pretty much comes and sticks with you, right? But there are numbers everywhere. And so what is important is, Laura, that we have to understand that there's certain numbers that work around us all the time.
To add to that, some of us have different numbers. We're born under different stars. I'm sure some are more favorable than others. There's undesirable numbers, I would say, or maybe planets that are probably not so favorable. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll give you one quick example in that. Say certain planets like, say, for example, 8 is Saturn and 1 is Sun. So 1 and 8 energy always collides. It's like father and son, yin and yang, black and white. Say, for example, you're living in a house number and you have the number 1-8 on the door. So what happens is these two planets always collide. They'll bring in challenges all the time, even if you have the best numbers. In that space, you might be lucky being a medical professional or maybe working with the government or law enforcement or whatever. But your personal life is going to be challenged. Things like cuts, injuries, accidents, and all this legal trouble and, relationship challenges will always be on the door. Then there's another one, which is Mercury, number 5 and number 9. These numbers are always on a collision course as well. So if you have a 5 and enter your 9th year or 18th or 20th years, you'll always find that someone's pulling the carpet under your feet.
I laugh about it because I know enough about numbers. I know enough about astrology. I dabble in both of them, but enough to make me dangerous. So given what you just said about the carpet almost being pulled out from underneath your feet, are there any ways to offset the unfavorable numbers, planets?
Absolutely, yes. So say, for example, you have a lot of Mercury energy on your date of birth, right? Then you have to understand that the energy of planet Mars, right, is not very suitable for you. And so that in your chart as well, where exactly is the energy of Mars sitting in your chart. And also, there's certain months in a year, like, more springtime, like time in Aries comes in, or Sag, maybe spring, fall, that season, right? And Mars becomes stronger. So you'll have to be more watchful in those times. Also, what happens is you have to be careful. Don't get into homes which have number 9 energy. Don't buy cars which is red in color. Don't wear those Mars-colored clothes. Don't date somebody who has that energy.
I remember my mom and dad buying a new place, and it was a number 9. I was like, please avoid that. And they wanted me to go into the whole explanation of it. So real quickly, give us the forecast of 2022, since you're so into the scope of everything.
Yes, the moon comes in 3 times, 222, right? Overall energy is vibrating over the energy of planet Venus. Blue and gold are the colors for this year. And then this is also a year for feminine energy, so women power. You'll find women rising everywhere.
I like that.
Yeah, they'll be winning more seats at the Congress and other places, become more prominent, better control, they'll have a stronger say in what's happening around. So that's how that's going to go. And then, like I said earlier, Venus is very close to the sun. It's a warm planet. So, like earthquakes can happen and the weather can get very, very hot in the summer season. A lot of fires and things like that. So that energy is kind of dominant. It'll work better with the people who were born on 3, 6s or 9s, like if you're 3 birthdays, 6 or 9 in general. But Mars will shift now for the next 70, 80 days, and then it'll find that another catapult, something like that.
I hope it's good. So, Jessie, all about the numbers. Where can people find the book and find you if they would like more information about astronumerology and your counseling services?
all about numbers. This is my second book, and you can buy this book on Amazon, or you can buy it on my website, which is JESSEKALSI.com. But Laura, one thing, this book is not a how-to book, but there's a lot of information. It's about applied numerology that you learn a lot, but you won't learn everything.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, Laura.
And if you like the segment and you would like more, please subscribe now. And if you'd like to call into the show, love to hear from you. Go to radiomediumlauralee.com. We look forward to hearing from you.